covert special forces unit, and an international team of undercover investigators.
Hopefully we can just keep rolling them.
Join forces to hunt a notorious sex trafficking ring. Their mission, save thousands of women forced to be sex slaves.
They don't know they'll be beaten. They don't know that they could be murdered. They don't know they could be gang raped.
Their target, a sex ring, earning millions of dollars trafficking women from Central Asia. A ring that will kill to survive. Bangkok, Thailand, the city of angels of the East. An economic center and the crossroads for goods from every corner of the globe. But at night, Bangkok transforms. Sex is one of this city's most lucrative commodities. That's what many of the foreign men who travel here come for. Most women do the work willingly. But there's even a darker sex trade in Bangkok. Every minute, a woman or child is trafficked into sex slavery. Many of them here. Steve Galster heads Freeland Foundation. Their mandate to hunt down animal traffickers brought him to Bangkok a decade ago. Today, he has a new target, the brutal sex trafficking rings that use Thailand as their base.
Sex trafficking is modern-day slavery. The issue is, once you are in a situation that you want to get out of and you can't, you lose your free will, you're a slave. There's about 1.5 million sex slaves in the world today. About half of those are in Asia, and a lot of them are right here in Thailand.
One of the country's most notorious rings is run by Uzbeks. They lure women from their impoverished country with the promise of a legitimate job. Then force them onto the street. Tonight, Galster is heading for a meeting with a confidential informant who is watching the ring. Galster can't risk being followed. This is an industry worth $35 billion worldwide. The traffickers will protect their profits at any cost.
The stakes for everybody are really high on this operation. The people at the top of this chain, they've lost their humanity. I would love to see them behind bars. That's why I'm involved. This is crazy. It's the 21st century and we still got a lot of slavery going on.
Galster meets the informant near the red light district.
ขอบคุณที่มาเจอกันว่าตอนนี้เราเห็นว่ามีผู้หญิงอุซเบกเยอะๆแต่ว่าผมสงสัยว่ามีผู้หญิงหรือผู้ชายที่เป็นมามัสานหรือที่เป็นหัวหน้าแต่ไม่รู้เป็นใครนะครับไม่แน่ใจเหมือนกันว่าเป็นผู้หญิงเพราะว่ามีหลายกลุ่ม
Despite the danger, the CI agrees to keep informing on the ring.
There's very little room for failure in this operation because they're saying we're the untouchables. If we can touch them, we create a tidal wave of anti-human trafficking efforts in this region, and they will realize that the game has changed.
Steve Galster is not alone in his quest to bust the Uzbek ring. Joining him is a special team trained to fight terrorism.
I don't really know who they are exactly because they are basically a Thai government unit that conducts black operations work. They infiltrate and try to take down mean, powerful individuals and organizations.
And working with them is a legend. 2 decades ago, General Chanvut led the country's assault on the Russian mafia.
ตอนนี้ได้สัก15 นาทีครับเราได้ไปถึงแบบเข้าไปใน15 นาทีจะได้ดูเป้าหมายเลย
Today, Thailand's anti-human trafficking division has recruited him to help take down the Uzbek ring.
แต่โรคจิตนี่มันควรจะอยู่ในสังคมคนธรรมดาไหมก็ต้อง eliminate กำจัดมันออกไปถูกไหมกระเทือนใจหมดต้องเป็นลูกหลานคนหนึ่งเป็นยังไง
The Uzbek ring is so well connected, they conduct business openly in downtown Bangkok.
How much for
But the women are so carefully guarded by their controllers, the only way to film them up close is with a hidden camera.
How much? And whole night?
According to General Chanvut, Ring headquarters is a Bangkok hotel called The Grace.
ข้างหน้านี่คือโรงแรม Grace Hotel ชัดเจนป้ายนี่คือแหล่งคือแหล่ง
General Chanvut believes the ring is here because the hotel has a lot of Middle Eastern clients. He's discovered that if they want commercial sex, they often want a white Muslim woman rather than a Thai.
ไปรีสอร์ทใช่ไหมเป็น Middle East
For months, the general and his team have targeted the Grace.
เพื่อจะมาคุมอีกที
Tonight, he picks up a lead. An undercover hears about an Uzbek sex slave beaten for not making her bosses enough money. Word gets passed that Galster can help. It takes days, but the woman finally contacts him. And he secretly brings her to a safe house. Her code name is M, and she's scared. The traffickers have her passport, so she can't leave Thailand. If they discover she's talking to Galster, they could hurt her and her family back in Uzbekistan.
I cannot sleep now. Oh, thinking passport, ticket, where now? My photo picture, mama, baby.
To help the police bust the traffickers, Galster's brought together an international team of investigators dubbed Operation Graceland. Their first task is to help M. Ankuri Kumar is the intelligence officer, responsible for analyzing everything uncovered about the ring. Doug Peters is a former U.S. special agent. For 20 years, he worked undercover to bust some of America's most dangerous criminals.
Face is very familiar.
Natasha Ivanova is the team's translator, fluent in Russian and German.
Problem, not too much I have. I will finish this problem.
Yeah, Panima, I understand.
Galster learns that M is divorced. She has a son, but no way to care for him.
We'll look at the photos.
Desperate for a job, she was tricked into coming to Bangkok, where she was handed over to a woman named Rano.
Когда я думала, как я в Москве раньше работала, так же думала. Я даже хватила с собой такой одежды малярной. Это тоже захватила с собой. Я сюда приехала, и эта Рано мне сказала, что это самое. Что так же я думала, откуда знала, что таком проституткам работает.
M believes Rano is connected to the Uzbek ring. The task force agrees to help her recover her passport and escape. She promises to take them inside Bangkok's sex trafficking gangland and help them find Rano.
I don't think it's going to take more than an hour.
M knows that Rano works a notorious Bangkok nightclub. Security is tight, but Doug Peters believes he and Galster can get in, wearing hidden cameras. Security is heavy. Discovery of the cameras could put Galster and Peters in real danger. Now, the two men have to move fast. They've got to find Rano before she discovers that M has betrayed her and is trying to escape. Doug Peters and Steve Galster are secretly filming in a club near Bangkok's red light district. Their target is an Uzbek woman named Rano. They know this is the club that she often frequents. They're trying to find Rano so they can set up her arrest and help an Uzbek sex slave named M escape from Rano's control. In Thailand, a sex slave can earn her traffickers up to $1,000 a day, while costing them almost nothing.
It's the perfect crime. The commodities, if you will, pay for their own overhead. They pay for their rent, their food, they pay even for the right to have the job.
Peters and Galster circle the club. This is a place where Middle Eastern and Indian men go to meet women. The perfect venue for Rano.
She's the friend of Nargisa from Grace?
Yes.
And friend of Rano.
Back at the safe house, M identifies key members of the Uzbek ring.
Sure. That's Samira. We're trying to figure out which ones are the foot soldiers, which ones are the colonels, the mamasans, and trying to find our way through this labyrinth to Rano, who has beaten her up, taken her passport, money, and photos and ticket, and also find her connections back to the gang that race.
It's all.
Okay, it's the fat bald guy. That's easy.
They also find Rano.
That's her.
Yeah.
All right, so we got her. Just showed the footage to M, and she said, yep, that's her. So now we're going to go get the cops, take them back to the club, and arrest Rano.
The local police want to keep a low profile to avoid a confrontation. So Peters agrees to go into the club and bring Rano out. Finally, at the back of the bar, he spots her. At the police station, M insists on confronting the woman who deceived her and kept her here in Bangkok.
Come on.
Rana will be released. The police decide there isn't enough evidence to charge her. But for M, the operation is a success.
The least we've gotten out of tonight is a police report, so we can now give her a temporary passport and some basic cash to send her back home.